TIFU by falling for FBI call scam. As the title says, TIFU by falling for FBI call scam about my SSN being used fraudulently. I was told that I needed to confirm stuff about my bank balance and whatnot. Did not give them anything other than my balance, and after a back and forth conversation I fell for their story and went to the store and bought a $400 gift card and gave them $400. In gift card I hesitated so much on the gift card, but I gave it anyway. I did not know better and the caller was very convincing that the money would be refunded via cashier check and FBI reps would be meeting with me. I should have went to the police for more confirmation, but my failure is your success. I'm really sad and am hoping that the person reading this does not fall for any of the FBI scam. Do not fall for the FBI phone number that the caller provides. You guys have a great day. TL. Doctor, I fell for FBI call scam and gave $400 for free. Edit. This blew up more than I have expected. A lot of you are rightfully so bashing and berating me as a person, and God knows I deserve it. What did I expect posting it in the internet? But instead of berating me, considering I already know I FUD, just have the decency of posting helpful tips and how to avoid being scammed like I did. Doesn't matter how dumb, I fell for it anyway. I'm sure others that have seen this post have helped them see a general idea of how the fake call scams worked. Hope my failure is to your benefit. Edit 2. A lot of you are saying, why would an FBI want a gift card? It wasn't because they wanted a gift card personally. In the conversation / story the caller had me believe it's for account theft purposes and to have proof of all my balances. Just typing this edit out, it's already killing me inside. But yes, I know all the signs are there, but what can I do but move on from my foo and hopefully spread this information to the unaware, no matter how dumb it is. Life tip: they, FBI, Social Security, would never call about something like that. It would come in through the mail. Also, what government agency would request an untraceable gift card for payment? None. I have a client who fell for an Apple scam. She lost thousands of dollars. They caught her in a very vulnerable moment and that is all it takes. The clerk at Target tried to stop her by asking why she was buying so many gift cards, and she lied to the clerk. If it didn't work, they wouldn't do it. I'm so sorry. This is why I never answer unknown callers. Period. I figure anything important will leave a message and I will call them back. I actually had the SS office call me and ask me to verify my SS over the phone before he would tell me what he was calling for. He got irritated with me when I wouldn't give more than the last 4 digits, and he said I would have to come down if I wanted to know what the issue was. I said fine and went down the next day. I'm on disability and once a year or so they send a bunch of paperwork for me to fill out. Turns out he forgot to include a page that needed my signature and was on a deadline to get it turned in. I sat in the lobby for 30 minutes and it took 5 seconds to sign that paper. When they contact you by phone like that, they're supposed to give you a number, like the main SSA number, and code to verify them. Since he didn't do that, yeah, it was best you went to the office. Source: aunt worked for Social Security. If you get a call like this, ask questions. I got a call from the FBI saying that a car was found broken down near the Texas-Mexico border. It had loads of drugs and weapons in it, and also included was my Social Security card. Said they were calling as part of the investigation. Have I ever been to Texas? No. Do you own a firearm? No. Okay. This may just be a case of a counterfeit card. Can you confirm your SSN? That was my first big hint. I figured, if it's the FBI, they probably already have my SSN. Then the rest wasn't adding up. If this was a criminal investigation, and I might be a suspect, they wouldn't call me and warn me that I might be arrested. They'd show up at my door. The FBI has offices in my state. They could send someone local over. At that point, I was almost certain it was a scam. But I didn't want to take any chances. Let's not upset the FBI. I asked if, since they found a card and probably checked records for that number, they already have mine. It's just procedure. I have to fill out the report. Can you confirm the number? Apostrophe. I asked. What model car was it? He didn't have that information available. HM. Yet, you're filling out the report. What kind of drugs were they? he couldn't release that information. Well, that stopped me from asking what kind of weapons were in the car as well. I then said, okay, can I get your name and badge and a phone number where I can reach you? He got kind of slippy, then saying all I need from you is confirmation of your social security number, apostrophe. I said, I'll give you the last 4 digits. He said, okay. I gave him different numbers. He said, yes, that's what we have on file. Can you confirm the rest for me now, apostrophe. It was then that I just started haranguing him for being a scammer, and not even a very good scammer. I almost started giving him a list of everything he did wrong, but then realized what I was doing and kept berating him for doing this until he hung up. I feel ya, my man. I was once, almost, the victim of a scam app that claimed I had illegal porn on my device and it locked me out of my phone. When I would press the power button, it would only show a very convincing looking multi-page message from the FBI, apostrophe. Little bit of context. It was a movie player app I downloaded from a third-party app store. Nothing suspicious about it, or so I thought. Close bracket. Reading through the whole list made me really freak out. But when I got to the last page, one just couldn't stop laughing because it was so obviously a scam. They asked for an unregistered gift card the same as they did you, and also listed all the things they would do if I did not comply. Thankfully, with the help of some Google searching, I found that this is not an unknown problem, and there are quite a few message boards talking about how to get rid of the app. Basically, you just start the phone in safe mode, and it disables all non-manufacturer installed apps, but lets you go through and delete any that you want. Simple, but nerve-wracking. Note to self, never use Aptoide App Store ever again. But could have been worse. I was at the police station last week and an elderly guy comes in and says he had sent $60,000 to some guy in Nigeria, but never received a package. Sounded like the Nigerian prince scam. Hey, you're not alone. I almost fell for a social security scam saying the exact same thing. That my SS was linked to IDK, how many charges of fraud near the border, and that I needed to give them my account balance through a Best Buy gift card. Absolutely ridiculous in hindsight. At the end, my BF was able to convince me it was a scam before putting almost 5k cash in a gift card. It didn't help that I had recently lost my SS card, so to me this wasn't a far off possibility. I consider myself a smart person, highly educated, and still fell for it. Made me feel dumb AF and very ashamed. But it's okay. I learned that I'm more naive than I thought, and that if you speak to me with enough authority I'll follow instructions, and that I need to learn to be less gullible. I also didn't know how the real SS would contact you in case of fraud. They should teach that crap in high school. So, it's okay to feel bad, but soon you'll forget about it, and it'll be a learning experience. Sorry about the $400 though. Annoying obligatory edit. Thanks for the award OMG, that was so sweet. Lesson learned. When I was younger I was scammed by a panhandler. He totally got me with this sob story about running out of gas and his wife and kids in the car a few blocks away. Then I saw him a week later pulling the same shit. I instantly felt dumb and lost my faith in humanity. Told my father, and he laughed and said, "If that's the only money you ever lose from making a mistake, be happy." Apostrophe. He was right. I have made other mistakes in my life, and it has cost me money, but that's how you learn. You learned. This lesson cost $400. You'll be fine. Move on, more educated now, and don't beat yourself up. Sure, people on Reddit will give you a hard time. So what? 100% chance they too have made bad decisions in their life. That has cost them money as well. Appreciate the kind words. Definitely an expensive life lesson. I actually pressed 1 as the robocaller said, and when they asked for my SS for confirmation I asked what the charges were. They kept asking for my SS, and I kept asking what was the charge. Eventually, they gave up and said they would send the warrant to my local law enforcement. Still waiting on that one. SS will never reach out via robocall. It's always mail or personal phone call. Moreover, your SS will not be voided under any criminal circumstances. A fake Be glad that they only nicked you for $400. I have a friend of mine that got taken for over $38,000. Something similar happened too, but I was trying to find a new house/apartment to rent and they didn't live in the state and needed a deposit to get the key. They also said they were a preacher. Luck was on my side and the MoneyGram didn't go through, but I still ended up on the phone yelling at the person to give me my money back, even though he never got it lol. I talked to the realtor for the house and she confirmed it was a scam. Sorry to hear you got a fast one pulled on you, but in general just never give anyone money and think you will get it back. My mom once got a call from the police saying that we owed money on our taxes and we needed to pay up now or else they'd arrest my dad. Also said she could not hang up to talk to him. She tried giving them our credit card info, but they didn't want that because it was traceable. My mom's English isn't that good, so she didn't understand it was scam. They made it even more convincing by speaking to her in our native language. Now I was in middle school at the time and playing Xbox. She comes in all panicked because they are going to arrest my dad. I didn't know any better, but I took the phone because my mom was too distraught to communicate. I took the phone and asked why they hadn't sent us a letter warning us that the taxes weren't paid. My dad is super responsible and good with money, so it seemed weird to be getting this kind of call. The scammer said that they did. I asked to which address. He spelled out our old address. At that point I knew it had to be a scam. Now, I was a middle schooler fresh out of a game of Cody, so I did what felt natural and cussed the guy out and told him to get a real job. He hung up. Felt badass. I don't even pick up the phone these days if I'm not expecting a call or if I don't know the number. If it's important they can leave a voicemail. Scammers get better and better every year. Search up Jim Browning, Kit Boger and Lewis Tech. It won't fix what happened to you specifically, but these guys mess with scammers all the time. Jim is my favorite as he intervenes and saves potential victims sometimes. It's really great stuff, and it will help broaden your knowledge on potential methods fraudsters use to get your money. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.